but you know, it's changing, but that's the way it is. And normally I would have during a normal winter time 1.5 meters of snow, but this winter was extremely rainy. I almost had 40 centimeters. That's what I did here in my garden at this holiday place. But that's the way it is, and I do believe there, Paul, that the climatic changes, that's, if you look back in historical times, that's the most natural phenomenon to occur. And I know a lot of people, they kind of get a little bit upset when I say it, but I'm a geologist, Paul, so I'm used to look back in time more than 100 years. NCO, PMC, LA1DHA.
Yeah, okay, Tom, I think you put it back to me. Well, I'm not quite 100 years old, that's for sure, but I think, yeah, things have changed in the last 100 years, definitely. And I'll say for the better. Lots of things have come a long way. Well, just look at radio for a start. That's come a long way in 100 years, isn't it? And I'll tell you what, Tom, the thing that got me into SDR radio route was I got hold of a Flex 1500, which is a little baby QRP radio, and was playing with that, and I was breaking pile-ups with it with 5 watts, outstanding. And that kind of wet the whistle, and I just happened to speak to the local ham radio emporium, and actually got one coming as Part X, cheap. So yeah, I decided to take the plunge and had it side by side with my DX 5000 MP Yaesu radio, and yeah, I thought this is the way forward, definitely. So here we are, total SDR in the shack now. The only analog radio I've got is an Icon 5100, which has got obviously a bit of digital D-Star in it, so there you go. So yeah, we've moving with the times, but yeah, enjoying the trip there, Tom. Back to you.
Yes, PMC, LA1DHA returning. Yes, and yeah, first of all, the Flex, it seems very, very interesting radio, and I've only heard a positive feedback, so wow. So one day we'll meet on the air again, Paul, and I will have my Flex radio as well. And yeah, you know, the 100 years, it's happened a lot of things, but indeed, you know, it's how long have we been on the planet, you know? I always end up in this kind of discussion. I think it's very, very interesting because if you look at the species we are today, the kind of human beings, and I don't care about the Homo sapiens or older kind of human species. It's so little time, you know. The last 5 million years we had 40 ice ages, so I mean the climatic changes, very natural thing, but of course we are kind of contributing by burning off all these fossil You say you're near London, I wonder whereabouts, so I'll put a more accurate location in the near London. I was born near London, but to the south of it. So if you could let me have that, I will disappear and let you guys go. But certainly a good signal. It's nice to hear 5 megs open at this time of the night. It's been dire, as far as I'm concerned, absolutely awful. And I'm just going to make the point is, I do have a 7300, doesn't everybody? Isn't it part of the course now on amateur radio? But at the moment I'm on a 756 Pro 3. giving me a 7-3.
On this band, and as you quite rightly say, it's a lovely band, and it's my go-to band during the day now. I sort of get on here over the weekend generally, from time to time, and it's my go-to. Really do enjoy this band. Nice and quiet, good QSOs. What more could you wish for, Tom? Over.
Uno y SN, a ver si estás por ahí a la escucha, Juan.
Danimarca, Japón 2, Danimarca
0HWO. Yeah, okie dokie, John. GEI 0HWO with G8 hours a day, GW4CRH. Yeah, fine. A good steady 20 over 9 from you there all the way through. And yeah, well, I've got no complaints about the radio at all. I mean, I got this one, when did I get it now? October, I think. Yeah, October. It was 3 weeks old, and I picked it up for 800 quid, so I can't complain at that. It's pretty much probably about as cheap as you get one, I would have thought. And I don't know why the guy had it, got rid of it. I think he got a 700, I believe, and I was sort of comparing the two, and was maybe just sort of curiosity, I think.
We pulled the switch, so I'm going to have a little QSY to top band, I think, see what's going on down there. And it's only been nice to...
Pleased with it for the money, and does everything and more that I'd certainly want. What you want to look at or listen to, which is a big advantage with it. It's very good. Okay, John, well, I wish you 7-3 that you're away, so have a good night, and hope we work again sometime soon, and certainly if you're putting that sort of signal out, you won't have any problem anyway. Sticking on back down to Andy there, G8RZA with the group, with John signing out, GW4CRH.
Yeah, from GNR today. Yeah, okay, John, yeah, the QTH is Ilford.
Italy, Lima, Foxtrot, Oscar, Romeo Delta, Ilford in the county of Essex, about 17 kilometres northeast from the centre of London, John. Anyway, nice talking to you, John, and I'll let you get away there. GI0HWO and the group G8R today.
Yep, okay, Andy. GI0HWO, yes, I know Ilford. Many years ago, when I was but a youth, I took part in a table tennis competition there for the company I was working for, which was Ilford Films, believe it or not.
For us, throughout the QSO, and there's stations just come up quite close to...
A 12-year-old, I was about 18, 19 at the time, drawn against a 12-year-old, and I thought, this is going to be a piece of cake. Wrong. International, absolutely slammed me all over the place. Really, really embarrassing, but there you go. I'm also a G8, still am a G8. I've still got my old call sign, which is Golf 8 India Zulu Bravo, dating from 1974. So as you can gather from that, I'm getting very long in the tooth here, and really shouldn't be on the radio at this time of night. I should be sitting up with a mug full of Horlicks and a digestive biscuit. 7-3s both. Round to you, Mark. Nice to hear you guys. You're in the logbook. GI0HWO. Bye-bye.
Yep. Okie dokie, John. GI0HWO, GW4CRH. Yeah, fine. And okay, the comments there. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Ilford, as I say, not a particular place I've really... I don't think I've ever been there, I think. I'm trying to recall. No, I don't think so. But as I say, I used to live down in Kent for many years before making the move up to this part of the world. But yeah, of course, it's all very much more populated down in that quarter of the country, isn't it? And that's where everything is at, as far as a lot of companies are based, of course. But there we are. Yeah, so fine. Yeah, so as I say, the 7300, I'm pretty pleased with it. By and large, it's done a reasonable job. It's got a few drawbacks, I suppose. In fact, I really ought to do a software update on it. I think it's got hasn't got the current latest version on it. But just slightly wary of when you go into the menu, it comes up with yellow and red to really ask you, is this really something you ought to do or want to do? The dreaded moment when you push the button, of course. If it does go pear-shaped, then it has to go back and get reprogrammed. But hopefully that shouldn't happen if you're careful anyway. Okay, yeah, 73 to you then, John, and I'll stick it on back down to Andy. See what else you've got, Andy. JZA with GI0HWO having signed GW4CRH.
Yeah, okay, Mark. 73 to you, John. I'll let you get away. 73, nice working you. And hope to work again. Enjoy your Horlicks. I'll probably be able to cut it out later. Okie dokie. Right, yeah, you asked this question actually earlier on, Mark. Was I using Windows 10, wasn't it? Yeah, I am. Yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I'm using Windows 10. And I'll tell you what, I've loaded the JT65 program, the WSJT, and I've loaded another program for PSK31 and RTTY, and Windows 10 hasn't complained at all. It's worked, no problem. So, if you haven't got Windows 10, or if you you just put it on your PC and you won't have any problems. In fact, I quite like.
This is Don Mike Foxtrot, number 6 Ocean Echo. Delta Foxtrot 6 Ocean Echo. Name here is Freight, and your report in just a moment is 554 and 555. Lima Alpha 1, Delta Hotel Alpha, from Delta Foxtrot 6 Ocean Echo, over. Yes, Mid-Mark. Yeah, also the SWR went non-existent really, went up right up to about 5 and my SWR went up to about, I don't know, it was very, very high, put it that way. I just wondered what happened. I just picked out a few fiddles and it's gone back down again. That was my smart tuner playing up, I think. Weird, don't know what happened. Never done that before. Okay, yeah, we're using Windows 10. Cable, yeah, the USB cable, yeah, you know what type of USB cable, it's a typical connector that goes to the back of printers. The only thing I will say is, yeah, keep it short as possible, or get one that's got a good screening on it, because you can pick up a bit of interference on the cable. So, do that. Oh yeah, another question you're asking, I think. So what,
Reception múltiplo, pues no sé. La lógica dice pues que tendría que resonar perfectamente, ¿no?
That's all by German. I haven't updated mine yet since I bought it, and I think it's version 12. I think we're up to 14 now, aren't we? And I nearly did it today actually, but I know you need that big yellow box that comes up. I saw it on a YouTube video. And I thought, fingers crossed. But I know loads of people that have updated these and they haven't had any problems, so I don't foresee any problems. But you never know, it might go pear-shaped. In fact, my rig did go pear-shaped soon after I first had it actually. I had it for about 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, it wouldn't transmit on this band. All the other bands were fine. No problem at all. But all of a sudden on this band, it wouldn't transmit, it wouldn't do it. And I actually took it back to the shop where I got it from, but all it needed, which I could have done myself really, thinking about it, all it needed was a factory reset. And did that, and it was okay after that. And that was about a year ago now, and it's behaved itself ever since. But it did do something a bit flaky just the once. So you never know, do you? So like most computers, I suppose, I mean, it's basically a bit computerized, fitted up a mini computer inside, isn't it? They do go wrong sometimes. GW4CRH, do you know what it is? Yeah.
Fine,
Gandhi, J of AGW4CRH, Tony. Yeah, interesting. I had about two or three, probably, I can't remember, it might be as many as three peculiarities with it. Similar sort of thing, but that is using it to listen to Radio 4 down on 198. And I've occasionally gone back down there on the memory and I can't hear it, and I thought, that's odd. Then I tune up to 2 kilohertz, of course you can hear it. So you have to go to 200 kilohertz, and when you do a partial reset on it, that puts it back, and it's fine again on 198. So, that's the only peculiarity I've had. But as you say, software can sometimes cause these sort of glitches, can't it, for whatever reason. So I have actually done a full reset on it, but that's of course not necessary. You only need a partial reset for usual little snags like that when they crop up, which seems to do the job. So there we are. Well, I've got a couple of these USB cables actually, short USB printer cables. I think I've got one that's about half a metre long, and